Welcome back to Emmanuel's Promise Farm. This is the part where we stretch out the fence and we actually work with the fence clip fastening to the T-post. As you can see, we have already stretched out 72 feet of goat fence, and they're usually like 4x4 size, or 3.5 by 3.5, galvanized. This is the actual tool. It has a little hole in it with a regular screwdriver flathead on one end. And the way how this works is, what we're going to do is we're going to fasten the fence to the existing fence, and then nailing it to this telephone pole that we have here. And as we move our way down, we're going to fasten it with the fence clips. But we're going to pause it for a minute, and we're going to go ahead and just show you how we're going to put the vertical bar and stretch the fence, and then come back and clip it while the fence is being stretched. We're going to utilize a come-along and the truck, and a unistrut bar with some eye hooks to make it happen. So hold on 1 minute, we're going to pause, and then we're going to show you in a second. Okay, I think it's a helpful tip right now to show you how I'm fastening the new fence to the old fence and how to drive the U-nail. So just bear with me. We're going to zoom in to where the fence is, and if you see, I'm using the tool and I'm going inside the wire and I'm bringing it through. It's a little bit challenging, but if you stick with it, it gets easier as you go. And all I'm doing is going through and using the tool just to bend the wire around the old fence. Okay, I don't know if the camera can catch it, but here's another one. Okay, we're going to go through, feed that inside. We're going to come inside the old fence. We're going to loop it down, and we're going to come right back. All right, it's a little challenging, and then I'll continue this off the camera. But what I'm going to do now is show you some of the U-nails. These are some galvanized U-nails right here, and the way I fasten them to the new fence, so that when we stretch it, it's the fence will not come off the pole or put stress on the old fence. So on these knots here that we have, what I'll do is I'll put the U-nail in there. Okay, we'll do it that way. Let's do one more. Are we getting this on camera?
Yes, we are good.
All right. So, here's another one.
And I didn't know what he meant at first when he said knot, so I'm going to zoom in on that. It's where the fence wire comes together, so he's looping that U-nail over that to give extra strength.
So, okay, that's the tip for today on linking and connecting an old fence or a new fence. And we're going to pause for a second, and then we're going to show you how we fasten the clips to each of the T-posts, and then at the end you'll see how I stretched it, and then we'll use the U-nails again on the wooden post, and then wrap that up until the next video. So hold on for now, we're going to pause, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, welcome back. As you can see, I have hooked up the unistrut to the bumper of the truck, and I have run the cable, the chain through the fence where it's stretched out enough so that it hooks up to a unistrut that I created to stretch the fence. Now what's that going to do for us is it's going to stretch that fence that's actually, as you see down there, it's actually a little bit curved. So how I did it was I took the chain, it's hooked up at this end of the unistrut, it's also hooked up at the bottom, Some of them have them in the center as well to give it an even flow. But because of how I did it and the economy wise, as far as trying to save a buck, this is the way I did it. I came through the fence, as you can see, and came out the other side of the fence, hooked up my come along,